Hello, this is a message for my hair customers. First of all, I need to apologize. I felt the need to give you guys a proper explanation as to my absence in this season. So, as some of you know, I have been suffering problems with my hand here and these two fingers due to being overworked, being in this position, doing this for many hours. Now, let's say on average, one client is about 3 hours. I've had to be doing that for 3 hours, and if I choose to do more than one client per day, then that's three plus three more hours, 6 hours of my arm being in this position, improper circulation, and being overworked as well. Okay, and if I feel brave and I choose to take on another one, then add on those hours too. So it's kind of a long explanation, and I hope by the time I'm finished that you'll understand my point of view. But the bottom line is I've had to make some changes. I have to sit out, and when I'll be back at work in full swing, I've been told is July. So next year, July. Yeah. I wasn't too happy about that either, but it's either I stop working doing that job and allow my body to reset, recoup, so that I can come back and give you your service at the standard that you guys are accustomed to, or I continue to serve you now, overwork myself, and end up incapacitated and can't do anybody's hair at all for a while. So I chose to sit this season out, and for the foreseen future, yeah, I chose to sit, just recoup. So as well as this been bothering me, I have issues with my back. I had an issue with my neck where I couldn't even hold my neck up. I don't think that that's related to my work, but I don't know what happened there. And now I'm having problems with my throat. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm sounding a little bit hoarse. So I've been booking clients within the last month, but what happened is every time I book with my client, I find the need to cancel because I'm not in good health. So yeah, I've had to cancel, and I don't really like to do that because that's very inconvenient. So what I started telling my clients now is just go ahead and make other arrangements to sort you out for the Christmas season because you have to look good. So I'm sorry about my unavailability, but I hope that you see my reasons for not working at this time. Let's see if there's anything else. So there's some changes that I've had to make. One of the changes that I've had to make, I've been doing um, a 3 month gap in between visits for regular clients. I had to cut that down to two. I see the need to cut it down to two because with if it's 2 months, then the hair will have grown a certain amount. If it's 3 months, then that's extra growth. 2 months worth of growth obviously will take less time of my hand being in that position. 3 months worth of growth will take more time and create more damage. So I've had to change that part of our our agreement or the business structure. Also, I've had to change the pricing because everybody's head is not the same. Everybody's hair is not the same. Some some people's locks take more effort than others. So I've had to change the prices of some of my clients. So the price change will affect some of you and it won't affect others of you. It just depends on your lock quantity and your lock quality. Now, what I used to do as well is give hairstyles for free, and that's extra work that I put on myself because I love you guys and I love my work and I want to make people look and feel happy and beautiful. But overworking and underpaying myself, not a good combination, especially when you're not receiving governmental help. When all of your financial responsibility is on you, then you have to make sure that your work and your financial responsibilities are in harmony. So I won't be able to give like free hairstyles, at least not every time. And I won't be able to, when your roots need that training with the bands and stuff like that, that takes more time. My hand being like this, doing all of that, messing up my cuticles, and I can't do that. So I have to make sure that I'm making enough money that should should the tool become defective, I can take it to the mechanic and pay the mechanic for their work, because I'm in need of physiotherapy. Yeah, and that costs money. So I need to make sure that I take that into account in my pricing of my services. I didn't take it into account before. I was just having fun. And plus I'm happy for the cost that I was charging anyway, because that allowed me to meet you people. Because maybe if it was more expensive, I would not have been able to build the the bonds that I was able to build with you guys. You wouldn't have been able to come as often, and you wouldn't have been able to get to know me, and I wouldn't have been able to get to know you guys either. So everything has its pros and cons, but I've come to the end of that cycle, and now I'm in reset mode to begin a new cycle. So I'll be back at work in full swing, or I should be back at work in full swing by July. So between now and then, I hope that you people were listening to my teachings, that you learned what you had to learn in order to maintain your hair yourself. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to repeat my instructions on this video. I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And if you choose to come back and continue to support me in July, I will see how well you have done. So if you were listening to me, if you remember the instructions that I kept drilling, literally drilling in your heads, then if you put it into practice, you'll be fine. But if you weren't paying attention to me, because you know that once you come to Chanel, Chanel is going to fix you up nicely, then I think you might be in a pickle. So anyway, when you're choosing the substitute, or when you're choosing a new loctician, you have to do it wisely. It would be good if you could investigate their work before you even go and sit in their chair, number one. And number two, once you're in their chair, if they're interlocking your hair, don't allow them to interlock your hair too tight, because you're gonna have to live with it. Number three, When if you decide to allow them to style your hair, do not allow them to style your hair too tight, because it's going to cause breakage, it's going to give you a headache, and you may even suffer hair loss. Tension need to be taken into account. Okay, is there anything else? I know most of them won't put in the kind of effort that I put in to wash your hair. So what I'm gonna suggest to you guys is at least at least once at least once or every month and a half to 2 months. Month and a half, not 2 months. Take the time, get comfortable in your shower or your bath, sit down and relax, and take time to wash your hair properly, like how you know it's supposed to be washed, to keep the products down. And that's another thing too. When you go to the new person, you see what I accomplish with very little products. Simple products that don't cause buildup. Speak up for yourself. That's my advice to you. Find the courage within to speak up, because it's your hair. Tell them that you're allergic to whatever it is, if you feel like it's gonna create buildup. Because some of the products that they use in dreadlocks, they're hard to wash out. I'm not gonna call the name of any products, but I'm gonna tell you now. All I use is grease, conditioner, and oil in your hair, and shampoo. Please don't use the oil shampoo. It's not good for dreadlocks. It's good for people with combable hair. Excuse me. It's not good for dreadlocks, because the oil stays in the dreadlocks, and when you rinse the hair, it's gonna look kind of cloudy, whitey, kind of gray. Okay, you don't need that. So keep your washing simple, keep your conditioning simple. Make sure you have your applicator bottle to take care of your scalp when it starts itching. Damn, I said I wouldn't tell you guys the instructions again. You know? Stop it. Cut that. Let me see how much you've been listening. Let's see. So anyway, yeah, so speak up. Don't be obnoxious. Don't be too I mean, if you go to somebody and you speak to them and tell them what you'd like, and they insist on doing it their way anyway, I'm sorry to tell you, you might have to find somebody else to do your hair, because it's only gonna it's only gonna create friction between you two, because you're gonna be annoying the lactation, and you don't want to piss off your stylist. Okay, we work best when we're in a relaxed mode. You get the best out of us. So if you find that your personalities are clashing, don't see that person again. Try and find someone else. And if you can even learn how to do it yourself in this time that I am unavailable, even better for you. When you're sitting in front of your TV, you get your interlocking pin, you find your sections, and you do your thing. You save money, you learn a new skill that you might even be able to use on somebody else to make some extra money on the side. Okay, and you won't be going to anybody to mess up your hair, because we have been doing great all by ourselves. So I can't apologize enough for my absence, or for being incapacitated at this time. You see, the whole field is a new thing to me. Nobody was there to teach me this skill. So while I was doing your hair, I am still actually in school, because there's always something to learn. So I know how to do the job, but the business side I wasn't really acquainted with, because I've never done it on this scale before. So I didn't know how demanding it could be. And with new financial responsibilities, and let's face it, let's be real, the value of my work should cost more money, because I mean, my work speaks for itself. So I should be charging more money. I would not like to, but I have to because I need to be able to care for myself. Because if I become incapacitated, you people will feel sorry for me, yes, but you'll just find someone else to do your hair, and then I'll be over here on government assistance with a mash up body, not feeling too happy. So before it gets to that, let's bring some balance into the equation so that we can continue with our beautiful relationship. Okay, we can enjoy each other's company. You come, you get to look fantastic, you have a nice relaxing time, and then you go about your regular life, and I get paid and be able to handle my physiotherapy when I need physiotherapy, so I can keep on serving you. So you see, it's a beautiful cycle. So yeah, so yeah, in doing the work over all these years, it has shown me how demanding it is, and it's given me a better idea of what is a more appropriate cost for the service. Is giving me a better idea of what's a more appropriate cost for each service. And to be honest with you, I've invented a lot of those services that I offer to you. A lot of those therapies that we do to bring the hair back into good order, I actually made that up as I went along. God gave me the insight, and I put it into practice, and it works out well. So the fact that they were so new is like, I don't even know how much to charge. I was just making it up as I go along. But I have to stop, not even stop, I need to bring a balance to the love that I have for it and being practical about what I require from it as well. So I can't just be happy with doing my work and making people look beautiful and feel good and all of that. I need to be sensible about my sustenance, my maintenance, my own maintenance, my health, and actually getting what my work is valued. For my loyal customers, obviously, we're gonna have our own little deals going on. But until I get some new businesses in, because I've been focusing more on dreadlock repair. Now, with those clients, what I plan to do is do their repairs and send them back to their regular hairdressers. I am not interested in getting new customers, to be honest with you, because what I have is sufficient for me, and plus I don't really like strangers. But if my spirit click to theirs, and if their spirit click to mine, then I may consider keeping them on as a regular customer. However, chances are, in the dreadlock repair section of the business, I will just fix those clients and send them back to their regular hairdressers. So once that picks up, then we can continue our great deals and our, you know, but yeah, that's only when that side of the business picks up and become regular, because then that money coming in will supplement what I need it to supplement, so we can get back to what we're accustomed to for the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, you guys have been with me for a very, very, very long time. So yeah, so I'm sorry about this. I can't apologize enough. Like I said, it's not something that I have the power to change or to divert. So what I'm doing right now, because I don't have the power to stand up for long periods of time and do all the washing, it's just too much on my body, and then the interlocking with my hands. And if I get little jobs in between, like simple jobs to do, then I'll attempt to take them on, but largely I cannot be engaging in work like I used to. So I've switched to tarot. That's another skill I have. So I've decided to use that skill to try and supplement the income as well. So if I even get that one off the ground, oh no, when I get that one off the ground, then that income should make the way for me to be able to get back to the quality of service and relationship that we once shared. Those of you who decide to stick with me, because I feel that some of you might decide that maybe I'm too expensive, or maybe some of you are angry at me for this, that's whatever is carrying on here. I don't know. But when the time comes, we'll see. In any case, I'm not mad at anybody because everybody knows what they have to go through, you know? Who feels it knows it. And yeah, everybody has to do what is best for them. Not that you don't love or respect the other person, but sometimes life calls for us to make tough decisions, and that's what I'm being called to do at this particular point of my career and of my life. So I want to thank you guys for your continued support. Okay, I'm grateful that I met all of you. If you've been coming to me for a long time, that's because I like you. we sorry, we have spent many wonderful hours together, and I want to ask the Most High at this time to bless you guys bountifully for your continued love and support towards me. Okay, and even if things don't turn out well financially, that you cannot take part in my business anymore, just know that the love is still there, and if I meet you outside, it's still love, because at least I know who you are on a different level, you know what I'm saying? And if you end up with any like serious problems, then you know I got you. Okay, but yeah, Chanel needs to start to look out a little bit more for Chanel at this stage. Ras need to start to take a better approach to Ras's well-being. Okay, so yeah, so wish me well, and I thank you so much if you did, and I wish you well as well, and we will meet up on the flip side if everything works out well. Okay, so may God bless us all. Thank you so much for watching, if you watched the whole video, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Yeah, and thank you for your love and support. Thank you for our many great hours together again. You guys know how we do. It's like a home away from home, and that's exactly how I like it. There's no need. I mean, I love a certain level of professionalism, but chillax, we like it like that. So after the world stress you out, you come here, you get your little couple of hours of relaxation, and then you jump back in the game. But remember, relaxation starts in your mind. Okay, and if you keep your mind at rest, you won't lose your hair. Because when we stress, one of the first things to get affected is our hair. If you don't like whoever you're working with, stop working with them. Just wash your hair and moisturize your hair and massage your hair, and that will disallow any of the little beads from growing. You know how that go already. You don't have to go to a loctician. Just wash your hair, moisturize your hair, but just know it won't look the same like when you have it interlocked, obviously. And whenever we meet up again, it's going to be a lot of regrowth. But excuse me, by that time my body should be able to handle the challenge. So So the choice is yours. You can choose to work with someone else, which is always a good idea, because you know when it's mother nature time, I am of no use to anybody. So it's always good to have a backup just in case, but make sure it's a backup that is gonna make you proud of their work, basically. Because I know that you all love your hair, and we didn't come this far to fuck it up. We didn't come this far to mess it up. Okay? So, yeah, I wish you guys the best. Have a wonderful holiday season, you and your families, or even if you're just chilling by yourself. Do it, and do it in style. Well, you're never by yourself. You and God. If it's just you and God, then have a wonderful holiday season, you and the Most High, or you and the Most High and your family, you and the Most High and your one other special person or whoever. Just enjoy it. All right. All right. Yeah. Eat some good food, but don't overdo. Don't overdo. All right, my loves, take care of yourself. Selves, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for watching again. Bye bye.